Hey, what's going on, guys? Galavar here. Not the most orthodox way to enter the video again. Normally, I use my HQ as a background of it. But I just played a match that shows one of the reasons that I'm emphasizing so much this last days on the potential tag slash not exactly hidden potential, but like not so emphasized as I wanted, as I think it should. From 5-star Wildrider, more specifically on the SA11. It's ridiculous how it comes from a one-shot from a area damage, according to the end of the match. It's very, very strong, very, very efficient, very, very like OP. Let's basically assume it's OP because it's really, really good. And I want to show you guys how it's a gameplay of it. And I think this is one of the better ones that I have obtained. And I think it's worth to show you guys. So let's watch it. After I will show the team, I have used some of the guys. First thing, Wildrider on the laser. I already destroyed the laser because I'm using a high damage booster. Then second thing is to go Octopunch. I destroyed a lot of things, even with the lightning rod. It's not a big lightning rod, but still is actually double. I just realized this right now, to be honest. I lost Skywarp in the middle of the process, no problem. In a more balanced team should be a healer, I guess. But what I think is interesting right now is that if you pay attention to Wildrider, it's with fracas just increased survivability. Look at that. Like, there was 4 defenses there, and he just dealt with that. Again, one shot deal with a mortar, a full HP mortar, a full HP missile launcher, and a lightly damaged resource building. That is a lot. And like, the first, I want to show the second shot before that one. Let's speed up a little bit. I actually wanted no, that's breakneck, dealing with lightning rod. I wanted to have something that applies a decent amount of damage, and I think that this is kind of becoming a team, and I thought this team would definitely should need Kulagoon, but actually don't. With Rider making a lot of damage. Look at this. 2 guys, a resource building and a low HP thing. So that's really good. That's really good. I think that one of the things that I like the most is that they aggregate value to each other. Everything combos really well with each other. Let's see what we have here. No, it's not. I'm almost on the way to get where is the thing? Octopunch 5-star, because I played a lot in the event, so it's going to have we're close to have the 5-star legendary batch available to us. So it's really, really good. Just to show you my team, I think that most of the things are really, really standard, really like not new stuff. Soundwave, the most obvious thing like possible. Blot, I have reached max level on level 60. G1 core and Sluggy, obviously. I actually like the skin. Wildrider, I use Voltar Mixture to like try to see the greatest potential in damage wise that Wildrider can provide us. And oh my god, it's insane. It's very, very impactful. Like, it's really, really good. I think that's going to be a really, really nice pair with Octopunch, because we are going to be able to use Artillery Force Flakjack on both of them, and maybe even Artillery Force Attack on Breakneck. This tree combined means that all my gunners have the Flakjack protection for missile launchers and mortars. And remembering, mortar has target protocol, which focus gunners and medics. And target protocol is really, really popular because of the extra range on it. So you must be aware of that. And it's really, really popular on higher like defenses, not defenses, sorry, but it's really, really more popular on like higher HQs, HQ 17, 18 above, because like produces a high damage by itself. Like, I think that most of the guys that I see like use at least 2 protocols. If not, most of the time it's 3 or even 4, to be honest. I'm thinking if eventually I get 4 protocols, if I'm going to use exactly 4 protocols. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking on it. Now 2 and 2, I think it's like a good balance, but even I think that in the future maybe it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be. Another thing that's really, really cool is that Wildrider and I think that actually, if we think about to maximize all possible from the squad course, if we use not Voltar Mixture, but the Artillery Force, which is attack on Octopunch, he's going to boost the DPS of Breakneck, and from Wildrider that are the highest DPSs of the game in terms of gunners. So this means that they're going to be even higher. So I think that like kind of makes sense to use these on Octo and the Artillery Force on the other 2. Normally you see Artillery Force on Octo, but since like I'm going to think about using this team as a combination of like gunners and maximizing gunner damage and potential, I think it's going to be really worth. It's very, very good. So it's just for having this extra boost, or even you can use like just Artillery Force Flakjack on what's the name of the guy? Wildrider, and just use Voltar Mixture on the other one. If you think about it as well, you can use Flak Jacket, Artillery Force Flak Jacket on Octopunch, because the other 2 gunners are the lowest HP and Octopunch has the highest, so you kind of give the Flak Jacket on the gunners that need the most. Like, there's a lot of like pros and cons to every single choice that you do, so like that's something interesting in this game. You always have like a positive and a negative and a advantage that you could have, that you always a choice like they have a consequence in the end. That's really nice in this game. So it's really, really nice. It's really, really good. I'm liking a lot these 3 gunners going together. Waspy just to make an area damage, but honestly, Wasp is not necessary. It's just because it was one of the 5-star that are the most higher upgraded bots. I'm very hyped to see if I get Singe to place in instead of Grow, because I use Grow. I think having focus on Grow more offensively than defensively, and Singe on Waspy on defense is kind of decent as well. Also, we have Headstrong, but I think that Headstrong is not absolutely necessary. I think that I not even use Headstrong in the match. I just use Headstrong in the end when I was like with no other stuff in the map. I use it to attack the HQ, ironically or not. So I think that actually run amok, just because you have a lot of gunners here, it's going to be really interesting to see if it's like worth it to protect gunners HP and stuff. Like, I think this team would make more sense. It's just because these are like the guys that I use that like were there, but does not focus on this team exactly. So I think that this is one of the switches that I would do, like 10 out of 10. Run amok instead of Headstrong, and instead of Skywarp, I would go with Flatline for sure. Yeah, the best healer in the game. I use Flatline with T2 and the other guys on the top here. Kula, Acid Storm, everything. And obviously Octopunch here. It's such a pity because Octopunch is with Fireline, and I actually really like Fireline on Octopunch. But since it doesn't have a massive HP and DPS comparing to Breakneck and Wildrider, is not going to be insane with DPS, but just because the 5-star maximize so much stuff around, so it's good. I'm really thinking about some stuff on Wildrider and Octopunch. I think that this three, they have a specific combination of Fracas, Gatorface, and I even considered at some point, I was using a lot the gun, what's the name of the gun? Cosmic Ruby Blast. On Octo, I used that for a long time, and I actually liked that a lot. But I'm in love with Fireline and Octopunch. I'm not sure. It's going to be like a future, like good problem I have, like how I can maximize this thing the best I can. So that's one of the good problems, like to have, like in mind. You know what I mean? Like making the better team possible, making the best decisions possible as well. It's really good. It's really good. I actually like this. I actually like how this team is performing. This was actually like kind of an accidental team that I have kind of built that I think that can improve because of the changes that I suggested right now. But the thing is, I was thinking about a decent team with Cooligan. I'm not sure if Nemesis Prime is on it or Headstrong. I think definitely Headstrong is on it, because I want to leave my dependency, my like attachment to T2 Max off a little bit. Like, I think that I have mastered out, and I have the best notion, and I have the best knowledge, and I have 9.0 points of gameplay. I'm not a perfect T2 Max player, but I have like a really nice notion of how to use and abuse T2 Max. There was a guy that was like, I can't remember exactly how this base was, but I think that it was something like this. Imagine this base like this, and with this left side closer to the right side, like this, and also the other part on the left as well, like this. Oh, sorry. And the other part of the map reaching close as well. I was like, okay, I have 4 defenses on the first line, 3 defenses on the second, and 5 defenses on the top. And I was like, okay, I T to fire in the middle of the section, and I was absolutely sure that it's going to get this defense, this defense, this defense, this, and this one. And I just Wildrider this, breakneck this, clean the whole area with 3 SA points, with 3 SAs used. And I was like completely relaxed, and I was knowing everything that I was doing. It wasn't like lucky or randomness. I just have the knowledge that I need to have. So like I think that if I have this knowledge and this good notion of plays on other bots, this obviously will be able to. What was this red stuff on the screen? Whatever. If I have this notion and I have this sensibility on other bots, I think that I can improve much better. Because honestly, I'm not sure exactly from the self-criticism that I have. What? Oh, it's the dark thing. What? Oh, he's out of premium already? Well, okay, I wasn't even expecting that. I thought it was the weapon. No, that doesn't make any sense. I thought it was this one, the 4-star Prime Star Saber. I think I said black or dark. It was the Prime Star Saber. Okay, I think I had luck when I just saw that. Now the question: where do I place you? Jesus, I think that I even use the 3-star and the 2-star on like random bots that have like just 2-star versions outside of the 5-star, like Razor Claw and Onslaught. Let me see if my memory is that good. Yeah, it wasn't Razor Claw. So like, let us see a best thing to do with this guy. Okay, this has become a bigger video than I thought. As just showing Wildrider stuff, but that's one of the nice things that I have. I think that like kind of the DHD like distraction that I have, like kind of one of the entertainment things in the game that on the channel, I guess, that like kind of aggregates value somehow. So I don't even remember what this guy does. Let's recap. Good health, I guess. For whoa. Wait. Wow. Excellent health, actually. It's like evenly matching with the level 7 Roller Force as a level 1. Okay. 181 DPS. I think the Roller Force is not the most the best bot to consider. Let's focus here. Every 15 seconds, send a commanding shout to the equip bot, granting all allies in range 11% DPS a normal attacks for 15 seconds. The equipped bot transmits 25 of their DPS as healing, and 30% reflect shield to SB Megatron. I remember the first time that I have raided Fracas, and I was like, let me get Fracas here a little bit. I didn't find the 4-star, just the 5-1. I was like, shot acid bullets that cause explosion, blah 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 blah, increase damage, heal over blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay. Like as I read it, I didn't had a clear notion of how the thing was working, so I was like, I was understanding that I was starting to understand a little bit more mechanics in the game, and I have watched the video of like some considerations on good bots and equips and setups and interactions between stuff, and one of the guys said, man, Roller Force is not working. Baidu has an inconsistent number with the boost with Shockwave being used. And the boost that we all see is like weird. I think, okay, that's like not the most amazing thing, so like let's consider that. So what ends up happening is I was like thinking a little bit. There's some bots and some equips, some I call it combats equip sometimes. Sorry, they like try to do a lot of stuff, but they don't do anything good in a specifically. Like, I think that this bot is one of the bots that tries to do a lot of stuff, but in the end, he doesn't do one stuff well. And the first time I raided Fracas, I was like, okay, this is one of the best things in the game, or is completely shit because it tries to do a lot of stuff and it doesn't do anything stuff good. I was thinking that I have the 3-star, and I wasn't really sure about how the 3-star was going to be. I wasn't sure if it's going to be ending up with like 30% or 50% or 100% in the end. I think it's 100% healing over the damage done. But in the end, because then I found out the forums with the database and stuff, and like find out that, and then I was like, I remember that I thought like, man, I'm not going to invest in combats right now. I'm just upgrading minimally to like equip one, maybe two that I think are good, and the bots that I think are nice. But I just going to equip that minimally, and I'm just like leaving the rest for then. And I was thinking on Fracas, and I was like, man, I think this was one of the bots. This is one of the combats like they try to do a lot of stuff, but it doesn't do anything well. Like, I remember thinking that because like for reading that there's no clearance on how good of a thing is, to be honest. And through this, do you really want to add reflect damage to a minion? Question mark. Not the wisest idea. Grant all allies range 11% DPS. I think that's nice. This is one of the things that we can boost. Nice. This is one of the things that we can boost. On normal attacks for 15 seconds, blah, 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 blah. The equip bot transmit 25% of the DPS as healing. So, 25%. This is not one of the things that's boosted by the natural levels of the bot. Let us see if it's depending of the star level. Yeah, it's depending of the star level. Let's see, the 2 stars 50, right? Yeah, the 2 stars 50. So, first intuitive thing, Uh, the best thing that you should be doing with these is placing this on a gunner, because the equipped bot with the highest DPS would probably be a gunner. But would you really add a minion to a gunner instead of like Fracas, even Crate Maker, Flak, Top Shot, Fireline, Gator Face? So like there's a clear difference between what you should pick and what you shouldn't. So like, yeah, doesn't make much sense. Let us see. Like something. Is there anything really good? Nothing that comes to my mind right now. Yes, no. Nah. Do you see? There's no much clear thing that's good with these. Like, yeah, use these with these. Like, this is a good stuff. This is a good idea, right? Nah. I think that will end up being on not Blood. Jesus Christ, Blood's a terrible idea. Don't do that. I think that in the end, maybe in Starscreen is one of the best DPS areas, if I remember. Is there a gunner? Nah. Let me see the proportional of these, for example. These 226, 210, 266, and we have 189. Yeah, very low, lower the average. Where's Spinister? You see, there's no good stuff to equip this guy on. Not even on defense is like something clear good to be added. Maybe Armada with maybe Armada because Shockwave, but like, is this really much better than Grow or Sluggy, even Groundhog? I have absolute like for example, these you have to pick. This is a bad example. You have to pick Deathsaurus. These, you place these on Nightbird or Blot to have the decoys messing around with your opponent's base, the defender stuff, nice. Or Kulagoon, or like warriors that rush and you want to decoy to like be with the Russian warrior or the bot that's moving around to like mess up your opponent's stuff. Like, this has a clear purpose in the game. These, they have clear purpose in the game. These, really good. Generic support. These, good. These, good. These, good. These, good. These, good. These, decent. What's the purpose of this? To be really honest, what is the purpose of this? I don't see, to me, the weirdest thing here is like, why would you give reflect damage to a minion? Like, I think that you should add 30% reflect shield combined with the DPS as healing, with the 25 DPS as healing boost. Because obviously, this would give you much better than use, like, would apply more damage on board. I don't see the purpose of this. This should be a shorter video, but it's half an hour already. I'm going to like try stuff on this, and like, let me see if I have an insight on this guy here. I don't think that it's just like weird because I haven't fought on this to like talk about it in this video. But I think that I can come up with some creative stuff in the end. Let's just think a little bit. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Galavar signing out.